you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
What's up? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a very special late night stream tonight. I'm very excited tonight because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a dual positive thing going on. On top of the fact that Channeled Points just launched over on Kick, which is excellent. People are earning points and using them to get highlighted messages in chat. It's a really nice new feature that Kick is doing to try to compete with what Twitch has done over the years. If you're not aware, today is actually the 15-year anniversary of DSP Gaming and my beginning to upload to the channel. I actually created the channel originally on April 15th, 2010, and started regularly uploading playthroughs on April 16th. So it's actually, to the day, 15 years of daily gameplay content that I have put out on the internet. But in addition to that, I have even better news than that, folks. You ready for this? It is absolutely official. I have been partnered on Kick. That is right. I am officially partnered on Kick. After grinding it out on that site for what? I started in October, early October. So currently we're doing the daily, the Devil One podcast again. Yeah, the daily grind has paid off. Okay? It has. As of this very stream, right now, that I am streaming, all right? This is my first ever partnered stream on Kick. What does that mean? It means Kick actually pays me to stream on the site. Now, how much? That I don't know. You actually don't know because when you actually sign up, it says you basically won't know until after you stream. It's based on certain factors, like how many people tune in, audience retention, things like that. So on a stream that's lower attendance, I might get less. On a stream that's like a popular stream with more viewers on Kick, I might get more. I guess it fluctuates, but the way it works is they have a queue. Excuse me, not a queue, a page called Partner Income, where they are going to tell me how much I make on each stream. Actually, right now it's calculating. Seriously, it's actually calculating this very moment, this stream, and adding it to the total. And so this is neat. This is really cool. I can't wait to see, what it is. And like I said this morning, because I talked about it a little bit on my podcast, I don't know if I'll get approved for it or not. I'm actually surprised they approved me for it so fast. And I doubt it's going to be a law. I'm multi-streaming, and multi-streaming is now allowed under the partner program as of yesterday. So I'm literally the first class of people who signed up, got partnered, and I'm streaming to both YouTube and Kick at the same time, but I'm still getting paid for it on Kick. So I have no idea how much I'm going to make. We'll find out. Let's see how tonight goes. Tonight likely won't even be a well-attended stream, I don't think. But tonight we're finishing up Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which should only take us about an hour. But then after that, we're going to have some extra time to just hang out. And so what I will do is once we beat Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, I'll post up again like on X and on my pages and say, hey, for the second half of the stream tonight, we're just going to chill. We're just going to hang out and enjoy each other's company rather than it be about gameplay. We could just have a cool hour-long celebratory Q&A session where we have a good time together to celebrate my 15-year anniversary on DSP Gaming and becoming a partner on Kick, excuse me. So, pretty cool. Let's see how it goes. All right, first partner stream ever. And earlier today I had some issues. My power went out and on again. This happened last week. And it was annoying because it screws up all my lighting, and it did again. So I had to spend 20 minutes getting all my lighting working again. It's I hope the power doesn't go out again. I don't know why the power keeps going out here, but I have battery backup. So luckily, the good news is my PCs and shit don't go off. That's kind of a really important thing. And I get it, so that doesn't happen. So that's a good thing. But it is frustrating because then there's other stuff that I have to recalibrate and reset and everything. All right. Okay, so we're going to begin in a couple of minutes here. There's one thing that I want to check quickly. Honey, what's going on here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Here we go. Hey, I wanted to turn that off. It's like I said, when everything restarted and everything went wacky today. I actually had technical issues earlier today, too, with my stream. My capture device was not functioning properly, but I think we got it good. No, Play on Station, Kick does not permanently archive your videos. They don't. They keep your stream archives up for roughly a week on the page, and then they delete them. So there's nothing you can do about that. It's not like YouTube where it's like a repository of endless viewership for your content. They keep it for about a week, and then they remove them from your page. So if you want to see this stuff long-term after the fact, you got to check it out on YouTube, which is good because YouTube has the better quality. When you're watching me on YouTube, it's 1440p. Well, I can only do 1080p over on Kick because of their limitations. That would be great if they upped that to 1440p, then I would definitely broadcast at that quality on Kick as well. Okay. What's up, Real K Michael? How you doing tonight? Hope everyone's in a good mood. I got my fans on max blast because, man, it was hot earlier today. I'm trying to cool the office down tonight. Someone says, congrats on getting partner. You deserve it. Thank you. It was a grind. I mean, let's take a look at this. How for the entire first month, actually longer than that I was dual streaming, I was paying to do it. Via that Restream website. Then I found out there was actually a free plugin via OBS that you could do it for free, and the plugin actually worked better anyway than Restream did. So then I had to figure out all the ins and outs of doing it on Kick versus on YouTube, like the quality settings and things, and monitoring 2 stream chats, which is not easy to read 2 stream chats at the same time. But I gotta go, and I mean, it's been over 6 months now, right, roughly? Because I think I said, like I said, early October. So October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, basically, we're over 6 months I've been co-streaming now, and it finally paid off. Not only getting verified a couple of weeks ago, but now getting partnered. Amazing, I said, wow, you want to talk about a complete 180 change? We went from me just a few years ago being basically in the worst situation I've ever been in, dead up to my eyeballs, living stream to stream, not knowing if I was going to be able to pay this or that, behind on bills, behind on taxes. Now, I am doing good. My support levels are amazing, right? You guys with your support, your positivity, things are looking up. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Pretty awesome. Speaking of which, we hit the goal on the earlier stream. So we continue with our streak. It has been 12 straight streams. 12 straight streams that we have hit my goal. So let's hit that goal tonight. Again, let's get to unlucky 13 tonight. Okay? Please support the stream. I realize that when I play Pyro Yakuza, we don't always hit the goal. But tonight, let's keep that momentum going. This is the finale of Pyro Yakuza tonight, so let's get some subs over on Kick, notably my first partnered stream ever on Kick. Let's get some subs on Kick. Let's get some super chats. Let's get a tip. Let's get a membership. Let's hit the goal. Yeah. I'm up. Come on. Let's get excited. Alrighty then. Very nicely done. I didn't even pour my drink. I was so excited to get started streaming tonight. I didn't even pour my drink. Wow. All right, everyone. I want to say thanks for chilling with me here today. I'm going to sign off. It was a great night, regards to the fact that we didn't hit the goal. We don't have to hit it every stream. We don't. And I outright told you guys I was expecting that this is going to happen tonight. I knew we weren't going to get a lot of viewers for this. It's all good. I had a great time with all of you. Chilling, fun was, everything was had. We beat the game I needed to beat. We had a good time just relaxing. Thanks a lot. And thank you for 15 awesome years on DSP Gaming. Thank you for propelling me to getting partnered on Kick. All of this is incredibly helpful and meaningful, and I can't wait for another 15, if not more. All right, guys? Thank you so much. See you soon. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. Someone says, thanks for making me feel good with your stream. Sadly, recently I've come to grips with my own parents' mortality. I know that your parents are up there in age like mine. My father recently had his first I've fallen and I can't get up moment. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? It's sad when your parents get older and they're just not like they used to. Like, no exaggeration, it sucks. I haven't seen my parents since 2019. The idea was, I moved out here in 2014, and my parents were going to visit once a year, or maybe once every other year, okay? That was the whole point. As I told them outright, I said, I want you guys to understand something. I don't want to go back to Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really there. There's a zoo, and there's Italian food, and that's it. Like, if they come here, there's stuff to do, right? When you come to Seattle, there's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants, there's all kinds of tours, and there's things to do here. For me to visit them in Connecticut, there's fucking nothing going on. It's boring, okay? And it's expensive, too. So that was the idea, is that they were going to come visit me maybe every year, every other year. You know what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening was, basically, they visited that first year for Christmas. And then they visited in the summer of 2016. And then everything fell apart. My aunt got ill, and so my parents had to basically be taking care of her constantly. She eventually passed away. Then their health both turned for the worse, to the point where they can't travel. They basically are kind of like, so not that they're completely homebound, but they can't really do much. They outright told me there is no way we could fly out there. You know what I mean? To spend time with you, we just can't. So, you know, it's life. And I was like, damn, the whole plan fell apart. From the get-go, you know, we were planning on this, just within 2 years, the whole thing stopped. So, you know, sucks. What can you do, right? But I hear ya. And it's not just them, too. I have other relatives and other friends and things that I hear about all the time. It's like, damn, this person passed away. Passed away? That's insane. They were, you know, young. They were vibrant. They were healthy. How did this person pass away out of nowhere? The older you get, the more this stuff hits you. And the more it hits you, the more you realize what's actually important in life, and that's when you mature up and you stop being an asshole. At least for me, that's exactly what happened. Like, I outright admit, when I was younger, I was an immature asshole. I was a troll. I was a jerk. I said and did irresponsible things. I didn't really give a f***. And then as I got older and I realized I have limited time on this planet, and I have limited time to spend with people on this planet, and there's people who are very near and dear to me, who I may not be able to see or do stuff with much longer, things hit me like a ton of bricks. I think it's time to change my life. It's time to change who I am. As a person, as a creator, it's time to, you know, do things better for myself, for my family, and to basically not be an irresponsible douchebag only out for myself for the rest of my life. And a lot of people, I think, will come to that realization when they hit a certain age. For me, it was like the last 7 years of my life that basically this has happened. I was like, oh shit. But for a lot of people, it's just different things that happen, right? Different things that hit them or whatever. But I also feel like that's why a lot of people on the internet don't have that level of self-awareness or that level of maturity, because they're just not in that situation right now. Maybe if they were, all of a sudden their attitudes would change. But, you know, for me, I literally could not be someone who would be okay making a living, being a disgusting, nasty person to people all day, every day. Like, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I could never live with constant drama, internet bullying. I couldn't do it. Every once in a while, you want to joke around or whatever, but for me to do that seriously, it actually would hurt me inside, knowing, you know, what I know about the human condition. So, and call me different than others, I guess that's fine. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, but I hear you. As we all get up in age, you see these things change around you. My God, this person is you know, old and sick and passing away. What? Can't believe it. And then you realize, wait a minute, I'm 43 years old. Holy f***. Right? Well, now that the entire mood of the stream has been completely ruined, let's talk about something else. So someone else type me in the chat. Quick, let's change the subject. Quickly, very quickly. What's the next subject for today?
Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
Viewers laughing, can't stand still. DSP, Zest brings the thrill.